It's Hip Hop Nation. Your tour guide is in the building. Listen, anytime I get a chance to bring some hip hop to Hip Hop Nation, I'm all for it. I'm ecstatic about it. This is a person that I've been watching his journey throughout the years. A fan of his lyricism, a fan of his MCing, a fan of what he brings to the culture, the art, the fashion, the way it all makes sense, and is just so in tune and aligned with his brand. You heard him on the station before. I highlighted the joint a couple weeks ago as my passport stamp of the week. Grafh is in the building. Queens is here.
Bang, 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 bang. What's up, though?
All of the rap sounds.
Hey,
we need all of those.
Yo, what up, though?
What up, my brother?
Chilling, man. Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
You should be feeling good, man. You know, we go back, right?
Yeah,
like
facts.
we go back. I've said this probably time before. I remember like the B-Cat Graph in the record store. I remember the Melon Graph. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
so one, and I'm a snobby.
Wait. What part of Brooklyn you from?
I'm from Coney Island.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
You safe though, because I was smoking them Coney Island niggas back then. But
I never caught it.
We'll get to that.
You know what? No, and I'm not gonna let you slander the hood either.
No, not Coney Island, part of Canarsie.
Okay,
Canarsie.
yeah. They used to get it. Yeah, that's what that was at. That was
in Canarsie.
That was in Canarsie.
So It was a time. A time was had.
A time was had, as they say. But I'm a snobby rapper, right? So I don't. If I say you nice, like you really nice, because I don't really be thinking a lot of people is nice. So like Graph was one of those guys that got my attention earlier. I was like, oh nah, bro is dead nice, and you've only just gotten iller and more witty with it, and obviously through your life travels and your world travels and your knowledge and shit, everything has just evolved. And so I want to take this time to salute you and tell you, man, say congratulations. I'm proud.
Thank you.
That Graph portion of the interview is over. The rest of this conversation will be between me and the RocAFella chain. Yo,
the chain said what up.
The chain said what up. The chain remains. Yo, we got to get into the whole story of it, right? Because for some people that don't know the whole story, just talk about you being the last official artist signed to RocAFella, and then obviously with the disbandment, and what we are in 2024, shit is crazy.
Yeah,
but when you got to that place, you know what I'm saying, like. Rest in peace to Chaz, Black Hand, shout to all that. When you get to this RocAFella moment, and it's like, as a New Yorker, as a Queens guy,
right,
knowing what the rock mean to the city, what it mean to hip hop, you get to this moment, and then as fast as it happens, it's over. Right here.
It was crazy, bro. Like, at that time, RocAFella was on top.
Yeah.
It's a dream to be in RocAFella. You watching them as a fan, like, oh shit, it's RocAFella. Like, I'm watching their tours. It's RocAFella, bro.
Yeah.
They had the radio station around for 9 million hours.
Going crazy.
No commercial breaks.
Yeah, we paid the FCC.
As a fan, I couldn't even imagine being a part of RocAFella at that time. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the opportunity to be down with the Rock, like a dream come true, for real. So literally, as soon as I got there, I don't know if it was within that, let's just say it was in the same month or week. As soon as I got there and signed my deal, Jay and Dame's relationship was no more. You know what I'm saying? So RocAFella, as a label, as a business structure, it didn't exist anymore at that time. So I went to London with them. I didn't get the chance to do all the big tours and get the chain and do the album. I did like 5 records that I don't even remember if they fucking came out or not.
Right.
So it happened so fast, though, I couldn't even deal with the emotion of not being able to like experience that whole entity, that whole movement.
Yeah.
I didn't process it at the time. It was just, what's next? What's next?
Right,
What's next?
right.
What's
You
next?
got to figure out the next thing.
Because when you sign that deal, you still, if that, it says in your contract, if RocAFella falls apart, you directly sign a Def Jam.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, now you just focus on that. Okay, now you're at Def Jam. Now we doing this. Now you don't have a chance to even mentally process that you're not on RocAFella anymore, nigga. Like,
right.
So I didn't get the chance to get the fruits of that. So the fact that now I get to live that dream now is crazy.
Nice.
Because I always felt like I was ahead of my time, and like I never got the flowers, I never got the just due. I was always blackballed or whatever kind of fucking weirdo shit was happening in my career that was keeping me stagnant for so damn long. But I'm so resilient and so like consistent with just my grind and chasing my dream that nothing mattered. I was like, I'm gonna get to where I'm trying to go to.
Facts.
The goalpost is here. I'm getting there. I don't give a fuck what's in the way.
We don't care how many times y'all move the goalpost.
Oh, can I
either.
curse? Am I wild?
Yeah, nah. Say all
facts.
fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, hold that shit.
All right, nah, I bet. So that was always my mentality. Just work, keep your head. Like the biggest thing I always tell my team: keep your head down, work. Don't look at the scoreboard. When you look up, see what the point. Like, oh shit, I didn't score 100 points. Didn't even notice that.
Right.
Just keep your head down and do the work, man. Put that pain in. That's it. So that's really how I moved through, career wise, day to day in my operations and pushing forward. So I didn't get to deal with those emotions then. So right now I'm like, it's like a celebration right now.
Yeah.
And when I made this song, the crazy thing is that I made a song called Roc-A-Fella Chain. The beat just spoke to me, and I was like, this just sound like some 07 Hov shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really channeling my Hov shit. I'm the king of the. I'm talking on some Hov shit when I hear the beat. So I'm in my Roc-A-Fella bag. So when I make the verse, I'm like, oh nah, this sound like some Roc-A-Fella shit. So I call Freeway, I call Petey, I call Bleak, I call Beans, I call everybody. Like, yo, what I think about this shit? Everybody was jacking it. Everybody went crazy on the record, and the magic just came, son. The magic came together. And when we shot that video, I didn't realize what I had created. Bleak said it was like, do you realize we haven't all been in the same room together in like a decade?
Crazy.
He was like, bro, you put the rock back together.
That's crazy.
I'm like,
I did.
Yo, bro, I was not even looking at it like that. I swear to God, I'm just making art. I'm just creating.
Right.
I'm creating music that I want to hear.
For sure.
Like when I make music, I don't make music from a place of, oh, I gotta go viral. Oh, I gotta chart. Oh, I gotta make a record for radio. I don't give a fuck about that. I make music I want to hear.
Yeah.
And I try to create what doesn't exist. Like that's why you see me put certain collabos together. Like on the last album, I put Bun B and Stove God on the record because that doesn't exist in the world. So, or like when I did a record with Jadakiss, with Wiz Khalifa, I put Jadakiss on it because they never did nothing together. So I try to make art that doesn't exist in the world that I want to hear
in this moment.
You know what I mean? Moments,
it's special moments for sure.
And even making moments out of records, I ain't gonna front. That's something I learned from like. I'm a fan of the game, so watching a nigga like Kendrick, I'm like, he always make moments out of shit.
Yeah,
he'll make a song, but it's always a moment.
It's a
so
moment
like,
wrapped around it.
How can I do that for myself? So with this record, the original name was In the House. I said, you know what? Call it Roc-A-Fella Chain. Let me just get on my manifestation.
Let's manifest all of this shit.
Let me just manifest. I just changed the name of the song.
I want to manifest some music right now. Let's get into the joint.
Facts.
One of my favorites is Ringing Off Crazy. You've heard it here on Hip Hop Nation. Like I said, we gave it the passport stamp. Graph is in the building. You know how we do it. It's the sound of the culture. It's Hip Hop Nation. Your tour guide is here. Big Brooklyn in the building. Graph is here. Big Queens in the building.
Indeed.
New York City heavy. You and 38 Spesh. So I've been watching just the people that you've aligned yourself with. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause the culture is making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
The dope shit has found a space, has found a lane, has found a fan base, and it doesn't have to exist anywhere but where it is for the people to get it, to know where to go. And so, you know, like you said, you and Stove God and the work with Griselda and Benny and, you know what I'm saying, and 38 Spesh and just all of these really, really dope MCs and dope movements. Talk to me about you and Spesh getting together for God's Timing.
We actually got together for Art of Words account before God's Timing. He produced that whole album too. And all of these relationships that are turning into dope-ass projects and creations, they're organic. These niggas are just my friends. They're just good dudes that we just actually have real, genuine bond and real friendship with, and it's leading to great music. That's why the music sounds so good, because it's real. This ain't contrived. Like, let me just DM this guy and email a verse. Nah, I'm at this nigga crib smoking, cooking up shit. Like, I can tell you a quick story. The record I made with Tyler Kweli, when it came out, he was like, yo, who made that beat? That ain't my beat. I'm like, nigga, you made that beat. He's like, you sure? I was like, we was high. But I seen you make the beat. I was there. He's like, you was there when I made that day? I don't remember that one. That's how much we be cooking up.
That's crazy.
That's what he was like, yo, I made that.
That's
he said, we got to get that clear. I said, nah, nigga, that's you. You made that. I was there.
I was there. I witnessed
like,
it.
I gave him the idea what beat to make, because I was actually thinking about the Thief's Theme, Nas beat.
Okay.
You know, that inspired that beat.
Yeah, I feel like that actually makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. So we just be cooking, bro. It's all organic, man. So God's Timing is the first album that I feel like I made where like my life is lining up with the music. Like I'm walking in alignment with my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I also got like a music program in schools and stuff like that called Music Therapy, where I'm coming in these schools and teaching these babies how to be better communicators and make hip hop and make cool videos and be creative. And all these things are aligning, and I'm like, my life is going in the direction that I always wanted to go in right now.
Absolutely. I definitely want to tap back into that portion of the conversation, because I think the education component is very important, and I love to see what you're doing with that. But the title itself, God's Timing, do you feel like it's God's timing because we want shit to happen when we want it to happen.
Right.
But God always got a plan. God always got the time where it's ready for you.
He had a plan the whole time. And I was fighting, trying to do it my way, and it wasn't going that way. And now the stars are aligning, like literally everything. Like, bro, I got a record on this album that's nominated for a Grammy or being considered for a Grammy nomination. That's crazy.
First round.
I am a dirty Jamaica Queens nigga, sir. Nomination for a Grammy. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And it's looking like I'm gonna win that shit, or at least be nominated.
Right. So
it's looking great for the kid.
There's a first round, right? So everybody gets to sit because I'm a trustee, so I'm gonna clarify. Everyone can submit in that first round of the Grammys, right? And then your peers will get all of the names and all of the songs, and then they start to go through it and listen, and then whatever makes it to that next ballot is what's the nomination. So
that's how it goes.
Yeah,
okay,
so that
great.
first round.
I didn't even know. I was too busy in the hood at the bottom. I had no idea.
I was in the hood at the bottom too, but we got to get you in the conversations on the board, so we have because we need more of this representation in those rooms. I hate to be the only one or two.
You're gonna help
us.
me get in there because everybody that was voting and supporting was telling me I need to be on that side of things. I'm like, nigga, please. I'm ready for that.
Absolutely. And I think you're perfect for it because you represent a part of the culture that there's a voice that needs to be heard, and you also just have intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like you have music pedigree, you have culture, you have art. So all the things that really make up the Recording Academy Arts and Sciences, because that's what it all comprises of. I think you just make sense, and you just a dope ass rapper, dope ass artist that should be a part of those conversations. We'll talk more about the art form, and I definitely want to talk about the school and what you're doing. Let's get some music right now. It's Hip Hop Nation. You on the Wake Up? Graph is here. We in the building. It's Hip Hop Nation. The sound of the culture. Queens, what's up? I did it for you today. Graph is here.
Big
Coney Allen, it's always on you. I'm here as well. Graph, so the talk about the program that you have. I know that you were doing it with the Roc Nation School, but you move around like this is something that you can bring to all the different schools and just let people know what the music therapy portion is about.
Yeah, man. So I have a program. It's New York City based mainly right now. It's called Music Therapy, where it's really based in social emotional learning. But I come into the school myself on my laptop with the speakers, the microphone, and I teach these kids how to make hip hop, how to make dope music, teach them about song structure, teach them about financial literacy, and really educate them on how to not only be dope creators, but be better communicators and get in touch with who they are and their feelings. Because for me, the truth comes out in the arts. Mm-hmm. How you really feel comes out in the arts, man. So, and for me, music is therapy. I don't know if you know this, but when I was young, I saw my dad get murdered across the street from my house I was living at by my fucking neighbor. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea that I'd express that. Like, I went to school the next day, like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, you sure you want to go to school? I'm like, yeah. My brain blocked it out.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, I feel like I saw a picture of it. Like, I didn't really see it. I still don't even deal with it in a lack of a better phrase, mature way. I have no idea. But the music is therapy for me, so I try to be the version of myself that I wish I had at that young age. Pardon me. So these kids, they get to say things in this music they never said in conversation. They don't tell their parents. They don't tell their teachers. And it's real, bro. Like, the connection I have with these kids are like, maybe I'm healing my own inner child because I really connect with them in a real way.
For sure.
Because the shit they say in the class, man, some of the things be so deep, I got to bring it to the principal. Like, yo, you might want to take it from here because I'm not an actual therapist. It's called music therapy, but I'm a creative. But it's real, man. Like, I mean, from the small things to the big things. Like, one kid was like, he wished his dad was in his life because he never learned how to talk to girls. So I help him with that. Then another kid was like, in the hook, he sings about the fact that the dad left the mom and whoever she dated now is abusing him. He says it in the hook.
Crazy.
And the hook is actually hot. Like, these kids are creating dope music and saying their truth in the music. And I'm in like 10 schools now. One of them happened to be in a prison in Valhalla, and I'm navigating these kids through their feelings and their real shit. And a lot of them, it's caused going to be some gangster shit, but they're saying how they feel. It's mad pain they going through. So we getting that pain out, man, and really connecting with these kids in a real way. So I'm glad they have me because I'm from the cloth, and they know that. So they're gonna confide in me, confess to me. Like, you know what moved me the most one time? Another kid that he actually came home, thank God. He said, damn, Graph, I ain't got nobody. And I don't trust nobody. But I trust you, though. That shit
crazy.
Hit me.
Nah, that's crazy.
I gave him my math. I said, call me whenever you want, bro.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
That's
like,
love
he
right
did that.
there.
He said, I trust you, though. I was like, I'm here for you, bro. Word.
Again, like the authenticity, it rings true. So I think people will connect with you in a different way. And anytime we can circumvent somebody taking something outside and doing something in the real world, as opposed to just getting those feelings out, whether it be hurt, pain, anger, whatever the case may be, if you can get it out on the record, as opposed to getting it out on another person and doing something that's going to land you in prison or screw up your life, then we always love that. What made you want to get into that?
I just feel like It was like my calling. I actually came into the school system through somebody else that had a financial literacy program.
Okay.
And I was helping them, being like an assistant teacher. And the first time somebody said, they called me like Mr. Grafh or some shit. I'm like,
Mr. Grafh is crazy.
Or like Teacher Grafh. It was like something Professor Grafh. And I was like,
I like Professor Grafh.
I think it was Professor Grafh.
That works.
And when they said it, I like turned around and like I faced the chalkboard to hide, and I was smiling. I was like, I kind of like that shit.
Yeah, I kind of am. Right?
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm not like, so then I started taking it more serious and like really connecting with these kids. And when I saw the effect I was having, I was like, oh, nah, this is real. And the principal in that school said, yeah, you could start your own program, like a music program. These kids kind of need that.
Yeah.
I was like, word, I never thought about that. So I saw what Mickey Fax was doing with with adults.
Yeah.
So I was watching that. So I chopped it up with him a little bit. He gave me some ideas, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own version of this, but for children.
Word.
And then I didn't even realize the therapeutic measure of it.
Yeah.
First I was thinking about just solely music.
Yeah.
And nah, this shit is really, it's social and emotional learning, bro. It's all about getting your feelings out.
It's different ways.
It's disguised as creativity, which is gonna be creative because I shoot cool videos. We do all kind of stuff, but a lot of times I just sit in the classroom and just talk to them. Or I like bring a Torae to the class and like, just talk to these kids. They need to hear what's up. Especially my school in Brooklyn. They would love to see you. Yeah, they need to hear the real shit.
Grafh don't never call me for nothing. When he ain't put me on no rap. You think I'm trash?
Nah.
You don't think I'm nice? That's crazy. But
you know what's crazy? Let me say this. I don't rap enough, believe it or not. Me and my partner Max, when we manage so much of this administrative and stuff with this company, I wish I rap more. I need help. So like I need like more staffing. I don't rap enough, bro.
It's because there's so many bars there. Going back into the rap shit, because we can have this conversation all day about the school and the program. But going back into the rap shit, we don't do it for the applause, right? But we do want the respect of our peers. And, it's like, I don't give a fuck if we never sell 20 million records. But if this one and that one say they fuck with me, then that's the validation.
Yeah, facts.
When you get the looks and you get the commentary and you get the cosigns and you get the acknowledgement from your peers and from the dope ones. Obviously, we see you moving around crazy now. But what does that feel like? You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, for example, right? Like somebody who obviously was an influence on you, just the way you do multi-syllabic shit and just, you know what I'm saying? Like the way you put your thoughts together and your words and all of that. When you start to get these accolades, when you start to get recognized from the people that we consider the greats, how does it make you feel?
Amazing, bro. Even with Eminem, like when I asked him if he knew my music, he looked at me like I was fucking insane. He was like, nigga, what?
Like, he didn't say nigga.
No, but he was almost, he didn't say nigga, but he's almost like offended, like, you think I'm not in tune with what's going on?
I'm not tapped in?
Your shit. He was like, yeah, I know you. I was like, oh, I was just checking it,
Right, I hope you know it.
Like a lot of, I'm a combination of JayZ, Nas, Eminem, Royce, Jadakiss, and Prodigy. You put them 6 niggas in a pot and put on a low simmer.
Wow, yeah, a low simmer. That's
Prodigy lyrics are all my music. If you pick it apart, Prodigy is all through my shit. So
rest
it's like
in power to the great Prodigy.
Oh, facts indeed. That was the homie too. So it's like when the peers respond that way to me, it's like I feel like that's one of my greatest accomplishments. Like I saw LL Cool J the other day. Yeah. Same thing. Wyclef. See, we had a cipher in the middle of the street out of nowhere. He's like, we freestyling and shit. Like,
yeah, he's a music guy.
But that shit is amazing though.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like one of the biggest accomplishments for me. That getting the respect of my peers, the people that I admire, and the fact that I can go almost anywhere in the world and at least someone knows my shit.
No doubt.
In the whole world.
The whole world.
So that's like amazing. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's what we do it for. And
Facts.
Like again, right, to bring it full circle, God's timing. The timing is now. It's like the respect is there.
Right.
The recognition is there. Clearly the money is there. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
All of the things have a line, man.
Right,
and
it's
it's a great space and a great place to be in. So we're gonna close out with another congratulations for everything that you've done.
You, my brother. Word.
The perseverance, anytime you got something that you need to let it ring off here on Hip Hop Nation, the door is open. I love having this platform to highlight some of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? And
love
some of the dopest MCs. And when y'all motherfuckers finally catch up, just know I've been telling y'all about this for the past decade.
Listen to the homie. Listen to the homie.
Grafh, close out. What you want to play? Something for the people.
Let's see. We got RocAFella Chain. We got the joint I just dropped yesterday. That's me and Jim Jones. That video just came out.
Oh, we doing that?
Yeah, let's do that. I gotta hear that, man. Shout out to the homie Jim Jones talking crazy on this record. You know what I mean? So God's Time and the album is out now. The remix to the RocAFella Chain record with the Young Guns on it, that's coming out in about a week or so. I shoot that video next week. And I'm just working, man. I'm happy to be present, man. That's it. I'm going to keep my foot on the neck.
I know Hov somewhere riding around in a Maybach or something. He just he just formulating lines. We don't know if it's gonna happen, but I know he heard the shit, and I know he
baby.
formulating
Goodness.
lines. We talking manifestation. Hov, what's up? Send the 16.
Yeah, so instead of 20, we need the old Hovey. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Facts.